Hey, this is Dean with StreetFighterTradingSystem.com. It's another episode, Train with Dean, and that's what I'm gonna do. So the day was 21st of August, and I couldn't watch it live, so I would click through bar by bar, right, like this, and mostly look for the Fibonaccis, just to see where can we find swing low to swing high and then golden pockets and so on. So the first thing we could try to measure from the here's the start of the day, right? So from this big swing to here, and what you know, like, look at it, 61.8. Actually, I got the completely wrong color. This is not real. It needs to be golden, I guess. Let's see if that looks more real. Yeah, now that looks real. All right, so it bounces exactly from the 61.8 and bounces many times. So yeah, you know, can be coincidence, whatever. But anyway, so then, of course, you know, the swing would be to try to enter somewhere here, put a stop above or at the 65 maybe, and then just try to, I mean, sit there and and hope that it comes down to here, right? That would be the target. So when I clicked through, I told myself, okay, like here when it touched for the 1 millionth time, and I would go for a swing, so I don't really need to have, you know, a failed two-legged pullback or whatever. You could just like maybe enter now and try to have a stop of maybe 2 points only, right? Like here after this bar, so let's say that would be 50, let's say 75, that would be 2.75. So put a stop, sell stop there. Now we're filled, and that would happen, right? And the management, I have no clue, but you know, as for now, it's Train with Dean, so we're just watching, and I'm proposing some things to inspire you to look for these things and to practice drawing them and just getting a feel for it, I guess. So here, for example, now we're stopped out, right? Went in our favor. And I think that's also the place where we can start to look for failed two-legged pullbacks, right, to the downside. So here we have the not so short-term trend line, like this would be the STT, but this is like the STT trend line or something. You can also drag it over here and see. It's a small channel. So that would be the first entry, second entry long, and the failure. It would work here. And that would also be in the back of our heads. We would know, okay, it just bounced from the golden pocket. So that's a good entry for a scalp and run maybe, right? So, okay, this time, now here I'll go dead. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. So now we go on, and here we have like the actual day started here, right? The actual the open was here, so we have a swing low here, and now comes this place here with the 3 swing highs, and this is something I'm thinking about right now, and I have questions about if we drag, because the classic thing, or like the mechanical thing to do, would be to drag it from a swing low to the highest point of the swing, right? That would be here. So let's just do that, you know, and see what happens. Oh, what do you know? Look where it bounces. First 50-50, then 61 and 50 both. And again in this zone, again in this zone, still in this zone. And now it gets pretty close, you know, like the 65 is touched and it closes just right. It's just okay. It's just about alive still. And by the way, there is a divergence down here. That is just a hint for the ones who have it on there, and just to observe it as well. Okay. Plus, it's really it bounced many times from here. So that would be, let's just say we want to enter, and we take again. Say our stop would then be below this signal bar. This signal bar is quite big. It's like from 75, 75, 75. Okay, so let's take 2 points again. 25 to 25 to 25. So once the next bar breaks, I drop a limit order here on the 25. So it broke and filled me because it came back this bar. So now it would be in. And let's see, I mean, takes off and we're like, yeah, hey. Nailed it. And our stop at the moment would be up here, right? Because that's the first target. And of course we need to be wary of this top here, because it could just be a range and the struggle and the fight between algos or whatever. So it's really like pushing and pushing and pushing here. But yeah, we know how it ends, this one. Now it looks actually very promising, right? So it pushed through, it's rejected, and down we go. So if we just placed our order 2 points, put our target up here and went fishing, which I don't do by the way, but yeah, then we would be stopped out at some point, I think, if I remember correctly. So yeah, here with this little doji, our little gravestone, he kicked us out. Okay, so and here is my question. I mean, yeah, you can say it's results oriented, but it's a fair question. Like, we have these 3 tops, and if we draw a range, we also don't just go and do mechanically the highest point, you know, of the whole time. We go and see, okay, where are the most closes and where are the most touches right here in these 3. And we cannot really say here, but another idea could be that we just go to the swing high, to the real swing high of the first move, and this is just already correction. This is already part of the correction. It's just chucked a bit higher, but it's still correction. So we could only go till here, or we could just make a compromise after these 3 formed and say we take the average of these 3. And you know, I'm sure there's some people will probably laugh at this, but you know, that's just what I'm thinking about right now, and I think it's valid questions. So yeah, so let's just drag it to the average, and the average is between here, these closes, or like also the highs, between this high, and this high. It's somewhere here, I would say, somewhere here. And you see, then yeah, then it would work. But let's just leave this out there. Still the bounce is perfect from 61 and so on. Okay, but what's next? Then my next point, and let's leave it at just the high, the mechanical swing low to swing high, no thinking about what is going on here, and drag it over. Because okay, we got kicked out, but actually, I mean, yeah, we can argue for him to be dead here. We can argue for for this algo to be killed also by this doji. But again, it's like, it's so close. Plus there is, again, by the way, the same picture, same divergence, the same. So why not just enter again? Why not just enter again? And we have 75. It's even less than 2 points here, so we can just put the buy stop right above it and see where it leads us this time. And maybe now we'll already be scared again, because not again. Not again. But still, we put our order and we go having a beer, I don't know what. So, and this time, tack. Okay, we hit it. We will be out. But now let's see again, because look where that is. I mean, this is in the middle of this green bar. Like if this is really a algo target, it's not very convincing for me, honestly. And let's put again our averaged, or even we can first look at just the first swing high and say this is all correction already. So then we end up, I mean, this is, yeah, look, target hit, then a bit of stuttering before it moves on, or it could go down, right? And if we take the average between all these three tops, like around here, let's say this one, it's also much more convincing, right? I don't know why it started here, but it stutters where we hit our target. But just what I think is, if this swing high and the target is hit somewhere in the middle and it just pushed through, like this is a lame algo, right? Not taking a lot of profits there. Okay, that's just food for thought. Let's leave it for now at the average. I don't know. And the second but last thing is, what would then be another target, like price action style? Because we can draw I'm going to take that off. We can draw the range. That would be probably somewhere around here, right? Like on the volume chart, it's easier to see a bit. Like I would say 86.5. Yeah, that's what I have it. And down here we could put it. Yeah, that seems to be reasonable. Here we could check for the midline. I think it's right there. It's right there. Fits well. So the other target is, if a range gets broken to the upside, we think the measured move would lead us to the double of the range, right? So let's put that, and I'm putting a horizontal line in there where the 100 is. So that's exactly double of our range, and see where that goes. Yeah, I mean, for me, this is a pretty decent target, right? Nice. Okay. And the last thing, because we all looked at the upside all the time, but here we are starting to feel like a range. So let's say we didn't take that, and we're not biased to push through, and we look at it from the bearish side, or just from the range view, so to say, because from the top we expect to go down. I guess you already know what's happening. So here, tack. And here again, question is this our swing, or do we have to correct down? And again, I just for now go to, I can even take the average here. It's just a couple of ticks difference anyway. So let's take this one. First of all, see it bounces 50, then golden zone. And here is actually a possible entry, I would say. It's a second entry short. There is not so much points left to the target, so that we could not justify this big of a stop, I think. But this is just observation. See again, and target exactly hit. Well, exactly, because I put it. Yeah, it's somewhere here. So in any, no matter where you put it this time, this hit very well. So I think that's the ones I found. I'm not sure if, yeah, this one is the 50. But that's, I think, the idea of drawing these fibs and trying to find it over and over and over again, and marvel. It's wonderful. I think it's really nice, and it gives a good understanding of what might be going on. Yeah, as always, drop critique, comment, whatever questions, and it's just train with Dean time, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.